Well, hello there. Let's get all this checked up on. I think we're good. That. Also that. And we'll get rolling here. Just a second. You can be closed. You get going. Okay. A little bright. There we go. All right. So, what are we getting up to today? I sat down and I figured out the logic for updating the connection. Because we had to check some things to get it to work correctly. I think we're at the state where we're passing our tests. Let's make sure of that, though. Deleting and moving are going to be a thing. Moving is going to look like a delete and then a re-add, right? Just, it'll be simpler. And I don't think we need anything else than that. Okay, so all of our tests are passing for the renaming, or the updating, rather. Update. So all of our horizontal, I guess I should say. We should probably do the same thing for vertical in here. Like, we're not ready to consume vertical yet, but we might as well. And I think this was after the fact too, but I made the validation return a message. Specifically, it passes back the message that this gives, which actually returns information on what was different. I don't remember if we did that on stream or not. I think we did. I can't remember. Anyway, so that we get data back. Let's go ahead. We can just duplicate these. And instead of horizontal, vertical. We just want to make sure that we handle all the switch cases correctly, right? You can be north. You can be south. That's Gucci. We need to make sure we target the correct one, which is going to be easiest if we run this to take a look. Oh my gosh, why am I yawning? It's too early for yawning. All right, so we have a 3x3, which is actually going to be a 5x5. If we want to stay in the middle here and check around it, we should do 0, 1, 2, and 0, 1. You should be vertical. You should be vertical. North. Did I really not rename you in the other ones? All right, that doesn't matter. Yep. Okay. And we're updating the north. And then down here. We expect you to be empty, as in there's no diff. Oh wait, no, hang on. We changed south because update data is the one we changed. This should be north in this one. Okay. And then you exist only for the purpose of that. That's fine. And if I've done everything correctly here, these should all pass. We just need to go finish updating. It was 2-1, right? Yes. Because we're going to change the same one. That's fine. That's the south. Oop. That's the north. Update data, so this should be the south diff. South diff. North diff. Starting... Yes. If I could type, it would help. Okay, so we get that squared away. New connection. So we're going to play with our same guy here. We grab our data out of here. Oh, crap. I forgot to... change this to vertical. That's south. That's north. And then did I do it correctly up here? North, south, north. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. That's all fine. Oh, this also needs to get updated in both of those. When we go pull the current data back out of the map. All right. Do this guy also vertical. North. South. Remove the north, that's fine. Origin should be south. Target should be north. Rim data is correct. That's south data. That's north. That's south. We delete those. Set the north to null. Okay. New ID, starting origin, starting destination. This should be north. This needs to be... Ooh, I need to make sure that I updated this in the previous tests as well. Check that here in a second. And then this should be south. In both cases. Wait, is that correct? We remove both. Starting south data. South connection. We need to change that as well. Oh, I scrolled too far. That's why I'm all confused again. We'll address you in a minute, sir. This one. South diff is still expected to be empty, but... the diff is expected to be empty, but we didn't actually recreate the south connection? So that's not correct. And when we do our update over here, origin, destination, we cloned you, so you shouldn't be sharing in any way, shape, or form. We only remove the north. This is not correct. We're going to circle back to that. Let's finish what we were doing here. That's 2-1. That's, oops. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's see here. This is supposed to be starting south data now. And it'll be the south connection. Okay. And then we grabbed, in the original one, we grabbed the other side. We'll do the same pattern here. So that's 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. So it'll basically be flipped again. This will be vertical. Have a quick water break with you. This will be south. I can do a water break. 1 second, though. I got to get some water. Hang on. I'll be right back. There we go. Sparkling water. The superior water. Love to see it. Appreciate you. How's it going? Okay, north data. This is south data. Wait, no. Yeah, because the north connection, its origin and its destination. Doing well, and you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Just playing around with the, you know, grids and things and confusing myself. Okay, so we grab that ID because we're intentionally doing a wrong one for testing. We do that, we expect the error, and then we make sure that to 1, it's vertical now. And we make sure that those didn't change. This will be north. That'll be south. If we ain't confused, we ain't making progress, right? I personally find it difficult to think in a grid. It's very easy to get the numbers jumbled up in my head. Like, when you look at it, it makes sense, but like to pull that out and think about it, I end up getting confused. Almost always. Alright. Now, I think these are going to pass, but that's a little bit worrying because I don't think they should be. I think I've made a mistake. Okay, they don't. That's actually... because of the thing I forgot. I said I was going to come back and double check them, and I failed to. That's vertical down here. The good news is that confirms we picked a vertical tile. You down here are a vertical, but you don't pass for something else. We'll take a look at you in a second. Vertical. Okay. Okay, you... already has a connection on vector. Is that because we remove you? Oh, no, okay, I've done this correctly. So the origin tile, we removed the north connection. So the one down here at the bottom, because we're looking at the connection from here to here. The origin is here. The south, actually, this doesn't do anything for us for this test. Writing code for over a decade, and sometimes I don't even attempt to work with double arrays. Yeah, right? So many dimensions. Because this is removing the destination southern, but that shouldn't be... That's a different connection object. it would be... What I should be doing is that... But I do that. Okay. I do that with the set connection data, so that's fine. And then our southern connection, so the reason that the test passes is because this diff has not, or this has not changed, because our south data is the other connection object. So this is good. That's valid. So this one is supposed to... This is supposed to be a new connection. Okay. So why are you not... Why do you still have an ID on this connection still? Is it because... That's 2-1, which is correct. North connection, south connection. We removed the UUID here. We get our room datas. This is actually just not doing anything at all for us. This right here. Set connection data. North connection is null. Vertical north should be null. We make up a new ID. Provided origin already has a connection on vector direction north with a different ID. Bum, 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 bum. This goes to here. We get our origin. We did hit the origin. What did I do differently between this one and the east-west? Vertical, vertical. We don't use target destination anymore. Which is fine. Because... Like I said, we don't actually do anything with that guy. Simplifies the test, which is already a bear, so that's good. Get the parent. Okay. Time for debugging. So that we can take a look at the state of things as we go. in here, in our map, we go to 2, 1, north from 1, 1 to 1, 0. This uses the true coordinates. That's correct. And it has the south connection here because this is the connection tile. That's what actually we need to check against. Starting south data, which should be correct. Okay. We grab our origin. Oop, too far. After all that. That's okay. So our target origin, 1, 0. Nope. This is not correct. That should be north. I think that's my mistake right there. Let's find out. Yep, there we go. All right. Now, you. What's still wrong with you? I think probably the same thing. Because we're expecting this, but I did. That should be north. Starting south, starting north. There we go. Perfect. Let's go make sure that I did correctly. Actually, hang on. Let's, before I do that, let's get you on the right screen. Add test for vertical connection tile. Updating. Let's go back to our horizontal bidness here. We don't care about the target destination. We don't need to take anything out of you. And then I made a mistake there. We should double check that. And there should be one more place here where I have horizontal bad ID. Here you are. Make sure I've got you. Yeah, okay. I think we're good there. Perfect. Perfect. Alrighty. Last but not least, we need to do the same thing. We might as well while we're doing testing stuff. Do the diagonals, which are going to suck a little bit more. But we want to make sure that things stay working if we make any changes. Northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Yes. Okay. You, and you. are all diagonal connections. Yeah, we'll get to you in a second. Don't you worry, little squiggles. And we want to pick a good one here again. Let's do 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 3, 1. 3, 1 you are, just like so. This we're going to need to duplicate, double up on. Call you northeast, southeast, northwest, northwest, southwest, southwest. And this is the northeast. So we do you, we do you, we do you. That's all fine still. We do that. We said 3, oops, 3, 1. This needs to be that. Northeast, northeast. That's why I did update data. That's fine. We have to duplicate this as well. That's that. This should have been that as well. And then this is... And then that. Okay. I'm a little less confident about this one. Let's just run him. Make sure. Okay, we're good. We're gonna do the same thing here. And I'm thinking I'll just copy this block because it'll be easier than editing him. In fact, this as well. This, we're doing southeast. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, actually. Get you swapped into here. And then the highlighting will catch up and make my life a little bit easier. Northeast should be checked. Northeast against northeast. Starting northeast, that is. And we're doing southeast here. Southeast should be the updated tile. Did I get that correct up here? I think I might have messed up. This should be northeast. This should be that. This guy should be updated. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Make sure he's still good. Check the right things. No. Audio connection data. Oh. Hang on. This is all updated tile. I changed the wrong thing. Update data. Update data. Northeast. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then you. All updated tile. Because you are southeast, the southeast here should be update data. Here we go. Okay. That one good. This one should be good again now that I've unbroken it. Perfect. I'm going to do the same starting steps here. That worked out pretty well, aside from my confusion. Also going to bring you down to be the pattern. And then, okay, so this one is northwest. This is all northwest. Da-da-da-da-da. You become the southeast data. Northwest diff here should now be update data. Making sure all of the switches have worked correctly. Ooh. What's going on? Oh, where did my... Did I just get overzealous with my delete key? Probably. Okay, perfect. Now, last one for the this part. We're checking modifying a single connection within the tile. You all come down here. Like so. This one is southwest, so we just do south, do west here. Update data now. You here are now starting southwest data. Oop, this is... I've done the wrong thing here. This one should be update data. This one we messed up in the other one, I think. Southwest, southwest. This one should be update data. Northwest, wait. Yeah, southwest this one. Okay, there we go. This should pass. Okay. Let me make sure comparing the right things. Northwest should be changed. Northwest. Yeah, I did it right. Okay. Okay. New connection. We're going to borrow the starting point here where we get all of our current data out. That's still relevant here. This one, let's do northeast. Why not? Remove you. Northeast in there. Let's do that. And then our comparisons are actually going to be kind of similar. So we can steal all this again. That's fine. We just need to make sure that our northeast, southwest, southwest. That shouldn't have changed. Our northeast, though. Northwest, southwest, northeast, right here should be update data. Because that's the one we changed. I think we're good. Think. Okay. Beautiful. We can still grab this setup for the bad ID test. Shoop. This doesn't really matter. We'll just use northeast again. This, however, we need to pick the other side, because that's what we've been doing. So it's 0, 1, 2. No, sorry, 0, 1, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3 instead of 3, 1. One, 3. As our ID. This needs to be diagonal. And then this is northeast connection. Okay, and then that should all fail, and then we just make sure that these guys... Oh, you know what? I think I've been forgetting to update the strings in here. Which isn't the end of the world, but we should tidy it up. Oh, you know what? We don't need to. Because this will output the correct diff anyway. This is leftover I just didn't clean up from my refactor, where I used to have the reason text. Then it became not necessary because I ended up passing stuff back. Okay. And then you, if I've copied everything and put it in the right places, should pass. No. Expected empty. Oop, not you. Northeast. 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. Uh-oh. Oh, because you... I forgot to update for this test. Ah, perfect. Okay. Make a quick run of these. All is happy. And we'll commit that. Add test for horizontal tile connection, or connection tile. Updating. And I'll type all of the letters so things work. There we go. Okay, now that we've got that, we're going to kick the can down the road just a little bit for the moving bits and pieces. Because we don't have anything ready to consume that yet. Let's go make sure everything is correct in UI land. So right now we can only select vertical. Okay, perfect. Hey, stop freaking out there, window. Behave yourself. Okay. We had wired up, we have a form for it. That should all be good. I think we just need to connect them to the saving. And I actually think they're connected now because we connected them in controller when we wired up not this one. Update connection. It's not even there. It's update room? No. Update tile. There we go. The public one. Duh. We wired you up to update connection, which actually now really only serves as an error catcher. Do I want to even have you? This one does a little bit more. I don't think I want to have you if all you do is catch errors. I could very easily pop you in here, rename this, because you do all the heavy lifting for that, and then you go away. And because you call update tile, so let's just make sure everything's still passing. There's no reason it shouldn't, but we spent all the time writing the test, we might as well use them, right? Okay, perfect. Let's do that. Remove intermediary function that provided no real value. Okay, so I think, assuming everything is good, we'll check 2.1. We'll mess with the West connection as our guinea pig. We'll apply. It didn't clear that. We'll need to take a look at that. We didn't save. Okay, so something did get missed in the widget chain here. Save tile changes. If it's not null, update the tile. Oh, you know what? I bet you it is tile data. Apply, save tile changes. Well, no, that's all correct. Form key. Form key. Horizontal. Is it because, oops. It's because I haven't reloaded since I made the changes. I'm betting you. Hot reload, didn't quite catch it. So we do that. We click apply. Okay. No, I'm missing something. What did I leave out of you that I did not leave out of you? Connection forms. It should just go. This should have the only difference in the state here. This one, I mean. Select a tile, save the changes. If it's not null, then we update tile. If your connection data, which you should be, let's drop into debug and see what I'm overlooking here. App editor. Okay, we got there. Good. You're not no? Okay. You come in here. You're not that. You should be a connection data. Oh. Crap. Because we broke out the different, that's the wrong switch is what that is. That's why. So what we could do instead, we'll just pop this into a switch. The syntax for which I forget when you're doing a switch on the type, but we have it here. Just the case of, okay, so here we switch on you like so, and we do case if you're our room data. We do that. And then case, I believe that I can do fall throughs. Let me double check my Dart remembrance here. Oh, I can just do commas. Okay. No, that's the question. Breaks not necessary for non-empty case blocks. List them one off the other. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, horizontal connection tile model. Case vertical connection tile model. And case diagonal connection tile model. In all of these cases, we do all of this. What are you all mad about now? Oh, I forgot. Like so. Oh. How do I want to handle that? This needs to be the connection data. Oh. Well, crap. You know what? That's, I think, why I had update connection as a thing. I think I was thinking ahead, and then I forgot. Okay. Let's stop that. I'm done with you for now. So I think I need to bring it back. Or I can just do... Yeah, I need to bring... update connection back. You... Oh, except for that's going to be a problem too. I don't have like an interface or anything for these guys because they don't really... Like, they are different. Is there a way that would make sense? I want to look at the model, not the tile. I guess I could do... Yeah, okay. We can do that. Let's do... connection tile base already exists. Oh. Are you being used? You are being used. Okay. I've already come down this path. So... I want, not a void, connection datas. Call you get connections. Meow. Where do you actually... Oh, this is the form. That's why. You. Delete item, update guide. Yes, okay. List, connection data. I called you get connections. Right? Think so. So we return... I don't need to call, I don't need to put list in there. But we need east connection, west connection, easy peasy. Ooh. I can do that. So if you're there, put them in the list. If not, like, it doesn't do us any good to get an empty list back would be better. Okay, so you... And I'm just going to copy this because these are going to look very similar. Do-do-do. Like so. Except for you are north and south. Like so. Piece of cake. Diagonal. Same story, more complicated. Northeast, northwest. I forgot my question mark. Oop. Southeast. Southwest. Okay. Now that y'all know how to do that for me, that. Now back in map controller, instead of bringing this back, because it won't solve sort of my problem really well, I can go back up here, and instead of this, I can say, in tile to update, as connection, not connection data, connection tile. Right? No? Oh, you're not imported. Right. This, and then get connections. There we go. That, like so, and we feed it con data like so. We still gather up our warnings and throw an exception if we have troubles, and that's all good. And actually, could I just switch like this and omit this crappy cast? Undefined. Did I use the correct name? Connection tile. I did not. Tile. There. I can. That'll make things way nicer. Okay. We're done with you for a second. All right. Now that I have, I'm missing a troubles. What troubles am I missing? How to update UUID because our base does not define that. Ooh, except for also, I don't have an ID for connection tiles. They don't exist. They're not real. They're a figment of your imagination. How can we still be helpful without that? What would be... They have no identifying features. So either we have to add them, but then you have no way to know what they are. It'd be completely made up. we'd probably just be better off doing the string of the warnings. Because we won't know which connection threw it from this point right here. But this should give the reason here. So I think we're okay. I think we're still useful and helpful and all that. All right, let's give that a shot. Bum, 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 bum. Get you a little bigger. We'll pick on our old friend, the West connection here. Unsafe changes went away. If we click off, click back in. Ooh, it was not. Okay, I'm missing something else. Unless I have made... What have I overlooked here? All right, let's debug again. Thought I had that one for sure. You. Bum, 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 bum. Did my breakpoint got cleared. Let's go ahead and do up here and make sure we come in this far. Oh, in my form. Got you here. Connection data form. Did I remember in my validator unchanged? No, we set it. Unsafe tile changes. We set the data. I'm gonna go look at what I got going on here. I thought this was working for when we changed the room data. That's a little different. Okay, so we got our connection datas in here from the west to the east. This is the 1. West to 2-1. No, this is east. There shouldn't be anything changing in here. Okay. To the west. 3-1 to 2-1. Yes. Parent ID is not null, so we get our offset location is 6-2 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, 0 1, 2. Yes, because you're here, because we're looking at the one that goes to the west. Okay, that's all correct. We grab our parent tile here. Actually, we should look at this guy. This didn't get the change. That's the problem. Why not? You get a form key. Let's go. Actually, all the way in here. Intermessage is what we've been mucking about with. Okay. Has this cloned? That got changed. We do that. I don't want to be in there, thank you. What I want to do, just gonna play on that, it'll be fine. Get out of here. Let's go back up to map controller. Sorry, no. Map editor. Right here. When I hit apply, look at my selected tile. West connection. It doesn't actually, it's not submitting correctly. It's not submitting the changes to the form. Okay, is that because you're nested, perhaps? Am I inadvertently creating a copy? Probably. Where am I going to check that? You take an index. We have our map state. Connections, widget dot index. Oh, you know what? It's because I just need to. I need to address this directly, not the variable. That's why. Down here. This is all read only. That's fine. You need to be that. You need to be that. Wondering if there's any point in having this data around at all. That's all good. What does data actually end up being used by? What would happen if we just got rid of you and used our map state directly? It's a little bit more verbose, but not a ton, like so. Let's stop the debug version. We'll run the real version. Well, real quote unquote, but yeah. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Oop. I've been initialized. Something else is still using you, I think. Yep. Forgot to take that out. Oh, you know what? That's I'm gonna put data back in for the things we're reading. It's just gonna tidy up the syntax a lot. Okay, that'll fix that. It's probably why we put it in there in the first place, because it got crazy. It's still not changing, though. Oh. We're being dumb. I'm being dumb. Because of the way this is split up among different widgets. It's a good user experience, I think, but it's kind of a pain in my butt. I think... How did we have this wired up in... room data? Well, that's different because I bet you we used room template form. I bet you we used just the selected tile. Oh no, we made our copy. We did that pattern. But then on our save, we handed you back up to tile data. Validate map state save tile changes. Okay. Well, now I'm even more confused. Validate, we call, and over here in our connection data form, oh, because we reuse you. Pardon me. So, seem to have caused myself some troubles. Let's roll this back. And this. And this. Because as it sits in this state, it's working for rooms. It's correctly handling changing the data that gets passed up. And rooms are where things actually live. If I was to come in here, it was not east, it was it'd be over here. It'd be on 3-1. West to 2-1. Change you. Oh, maybe I am incorrect. Maybe it wasn't working. I thought it was. Alright, so it's broken completely. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Not really. So in both cases, and you know, I think I made some changes to that form, or to this without thinking twice. That it was being used elsewhere. And I could go dig up in the history, but because it's now used multiple places, we do need to think about how to make it usable in both places. So maybe I just noodle it out. Let's tidy some of this stuff up. Am I done in you? Yeah, I'm done here. I'm done there for now. Not there. There. I'm done with that, I think. Done with... Yeah, I'm done with that for now. You and you and you. So in room data, we make a copy so that we can easily roll everything back. And then we feed you into connection data form here. So we could... We have a callback here. We validate, and we save the tile changes. Wait. Oh, because room data is changing when we do a change. Did I break everything? It's possible. Very possible. On change, current data, verbose description. Nothing is actually passing that back. We validate, save the changes. Am I crazy? No, something is wired up correctly. Where is it happening at? Room data form. We have current data. Map state selected tile is room data. And that's got to be it. Because we changed that, it's correct. But for these guys, whoop, map state connections. Map state over here, when we do a select tile, this is map controller. Map state. When we select a tile, we add things to the connections. We only update selected tile. So in here, we also need to say for oh. I might not even need all that switching over there. Because I need to do it here. Well, crap. Let's roll this change back. All of it. Real quick. And then we can bring this back. Switch is nicer. So case room data. We still do this. That's easy. This is connection data still, though. And then we can do this and still have our helpful message. That's fine. Oop, I missed a line here. Oops. That goes in there. And then our default case can still be that. That's still fine. So if this works correctly, then I can actually pull that out of the base class and make less changes, which is always a good thing. So for here, rather here, because we were picking on our west friend here. If I could click correctly. That certainly didn't look like it got changed. Okay, so that's still broken there. That got changed here, though. What? Is my... Okay, I have one problem in that if you're a room data, then I do that. And then I go do that. So we'll fix that real quick. That is not changed. that gets changed. It's not changed here. It's not changed there, but it shouldn't be. So why aren't you reflected in this change? You're not reflected in this change because we have failed to update. The clone is this widget hasn't changed, I bet. If I was to change something here and then go look here, no, you still wouldn't be updated. Well, these are different widgets, so it's possible. Selected connections. Notify listeners gets called. What am I overlooking here? It's got to be something silly. And how would I force you to update this widget for the sake of testing purposes? We call select again. Which causes you to get recloned. Which actually might tell us something if we debug and come here. So we make our change. We'll do it at the start just so it's easier to see on the small screen. Boop. We come in here. We have selected connections. Oh gosh. So we're looking for 3.1 to 2.1. Okay, here we go. Has not been changed there. Because when we select a guy, it's going to be in the room controller or a room template here. No. That's actually going to be in map pane when we built you. because here we made a copy of you. I bet. And this might still be a problem for the others. But if we just do this as a testy test, and I probably want to restart. Find our friend in the west. So that didn't seem to change anything. Oh wait, we copy... We have a tile data in here. And we say map tile for the set selected. I wonder if that's the same instance or not. Well, as a quick test, try putting this in just for room tiles. And then we can see what happens. Room data is not a subtype of room tile. Ah. Did I mess this up from the jump when I did? Oh no. Messed it up there. Duh. All right. I need you to stop and restart, please. So I'm not hung there anymore. Okay. Now, our friend in the west did not write the change, or made the change there, but it didn't come in there. Now, okay, so when we re-click it, then it worked. Okay. So, this is making a copy, which we can't have in the on-click. That's a problem. How do I want to do this then? Oh, I guess I could just do... this. And then I would need to wrap you like so, but that's fine. Am I missing... Should be that. Oh, you need two of them. There we go. My indenting got me there. All right. And then this... That's... We'll have to see. I don't think this is correct. But we haven't got there yet. So we'll worry about that when we get there. This becomes this, except for that. That, and then down here, this becomes that. Actually, I can just initialize you to null. Or say that you're nullable, rather. Okay. Now, let's rerun that. Find our friend here. Doesn't load it in there still. Oh, I've done that wrong too. So we need to fix that. I need to use the models. like so. Still not updating those. Has room data. So that should be pulling out of there. Still lurking, by the way? Well, you're certainly welcome to lurk, and I appreciate it. I hope it's been a productive lurk for you. So it's not using the data in there. It should be reselecting. Let's see here. Selected connections. So we can come back here and take a look at what selected connections come back as. And because we've pulled you out of the map, it should hold the new data. Not yet, thank you. Next time around. So we come down here, we make our traditional guinea pig change here. Okay, so selected. Connections to the west does not hold. Oh, did I copy? Hang on. Controller, map. He is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 6, 2. Should be 3, 1, and it is his connections. That hasn't been changed. I thought we handled updating the parents' connections. Okay. Let's go have a look. Update tile, update connection tile, data, parent ID. We grab your offset. We grab your parent tile itself. We make sure that you're in there. We complain about it if you're not. Set connection tile data. Target vector is our origin, vector to our destination. Offset is the parent, and this connection is the data we passed in. All of that makes sense. If you are, let's just say, a west, because that's what we've been playing with, we find the coordinate location, or connection location rather, we update that. Target tile Connection location. Okay, west. We didn't update the parent? And why did my test catch that? Have I... I have completely overlooked. Okay. So why did my testing miss that? Map controller test. Seems to have forgotten everything I collapsed. That's cool. Love that. I need to clear the old idea IntelliJ cache. Okay, so we were looking for horizontal as a starting point here. Horizontal connection tile. And we'll say west connection change just for the hell of it, you know? No, we never checked the parent here either. The oversights of a tired brain. Okay. Well, we know what we need to do, so there's that. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I think I make the changes, I get it fixed, I get it working, then I start trying to back out as much of this change as we can get away with. Because I'm not completely convinced that I need all of them. Not sure I love that either. Anyway, let's go back over here. So we need to validate from the origin. And do we gain anything from validating the destination? Yes and no, right? It shouldn't change, but we are reaching in there and determining things about origins and destinations, right? I guess we only do the parent. So it's like right here. Change parent room tile or room data. Change parent room data. Connection list with the updated data. Yeah, I think that'll do. Let's go make all of our tests fail first. When we get you, oh, except for we don't know that. Well, yeah, we do, because it's in the test. West connection, origin. That's just a coordinate, right? So we could do, actually, coordinate parent offset is this. Womp. West connection can't be null in this case, otherwise the test is completely broken anyway. Times test controller, we have this dot map offset, we added that and those capabilities because it makes this nicer. These are actually redundant now. And then we can say parent tile is test controller map. Certainly can't be null at this point. Parent offset X, parent offset Y. Okay. Oh yeah, as room data, because it's just an object in the map. Okay. So now we need starting tile data. We can do, we'll clone parent tile here so that we have a good copy. And then we have comparing of don't we? I don't remember if we have comparing of the room tiles or not. It's only a thing we would need for the test. But we only really care about the connection tiles. So what we could do, connection tile neighbor. We have a helper to validate connection data. We have one to compare them, right? Tile vector. Connection data. Yeah, okay. Ooh, except for we don't. Connection data are equal. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we can do in our testing here. We can say, let's not call tile, let's call it origin tile diff connection diff is, well, actually, hang on. I got ahead of myself here. We need to go through and how am I going to replace this data? I probably don't want to shuffle the order. Right now, I think our orders are kind of all over the place, but I would like to order them in their lists so they stay ordered. I could... Yeah, I think we'll just replace them. So, I should be able to say, for I is 0, I less than starting tile data connections length I++. And I should be able to go through here and compare these guys one for one. They shouldn't have changed, except for where they did. Oh, except for knowing which one is supposed to have changed will not be good. That'll be very, very, very impossible currently. Crap. How do I want to tackle that problem? I would have to... Well, in my connection data, I can get a vector. That would be a thing. So I still go through here. I would also probably want to... Hey, Apex, how's it going? I want to expect that the starting tile data connections tile data connections length. I should flip this around. The updated tile connections length should be the same as... Oh no, because shit. Parent tile. There we go. Well, that might still be holding the old data. Got COVID, otherwise doing okay. Me? That sucks, man. I had that end of July. Like my second week at the new job. So I feels ya. But me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I quit that job because they were not paying the bills and I was tired of dealing with them. Now I gotta find something else. I should just do this again just to be sure. Is what I should really do. I don't want to risk holding old data in there. Okay. Understandable, right? I was, burning a couple $100 every month in savings after, mostly fuel. Like, fuel was kind of like the big, driving all over the place. Racks up pretty quick. But I might have a lead on a new gig in a couple months. Still not dev stuff, but pays the bills, right? Hopefully. If I can't figure something else out between now and then. Okay, so we've checked the links are correct. Starting tile data should hold. We cloned you explicitly, so it should hold the starting data. It shouldn't have been modified. So we can go through here and say is validate connection data between starting tile data connections at I and updated. Oh no, I gotta get the... Okay. I'm gonna store this here, because if it's copied here, it doesn't matter. We pull it after. Best luck, hope it goes through. Me too! Appreciate it. How's the arts things going? You're freelancing again, right? Let's do... Oh, we can just grab this guy again. Like so. Let's call you that. And that'll clean this up. There's that. And then we can validate against connections at I. But, okay, perfect. All of this... We want to do this. We want to declare this first. And we're going to spell it correctly. You know, just for fun. And then here we're going to say if parent tile data connections at I origin vector 2 parent tile data connections at I destination. Wait. Didn't I give this a helper? Connection vector. Yes, I did that for myself. If this... this one was east, right? No, west. If this is west, if it's not equal to west, oh no. You're a direction and you're... Did I split that out? I did. I called you a direction. Oh, no, I can still... Oh, that's fine. If you are west... Coordinate dotted west specifically. Pretty much on hold for the past few weeks with all the family gatherings and now the vid, interacting in chats about much energy that I have. Yes, I feel that. That was me too. I basically just like crawled into a little ball and slept all day. Well, hang on. Direction. Oh, because I put you out of there? Are you direction west? You're direction west. Okay. So if you're not west, which is the one that should have changed, you're going to be that. Otherwise, we'll validate you, and I forgot to take the string declaration off of there. If you are West, and maybe I want to flip that around. It'll be easier to read. There we go. So the else would go down here. This, instead of the parent tile, or rather the starting tile, we're going to expect you to be update data, right? I think I've done that correctly. And then we expect that the origin tile connection diff is empty. This should fail. Didn't. Diagonal connection. Oh, did I? What? I'm very confused by that. Oh. I have offset something. Something has been modified here. Oh. No. Oh, that takes a tile. I called the wrong one. That's why. It's this guy. Connection data are equal. There we go. Okay. Updated transit intermessage is not from the east. Okay. But it says we expected an empty. Which is incorrect. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. Expected empty as in the answer. So, it still has the old from the east. We expected it updated. We have failed successfully. All right. Meow. I think here... we have two potentials. We did all this checking here. And I guess it would be fine. Well, no, because we need to account for new creations as well. I would need to... I'd hate to go through there again, though. So if we have a matching ID, we make sure the vector is the same. If we have a matching vector, we make sure that the UUIDs are the same. But I guess we could say, if we get all the way through here, we haven't thrown an error yet. How do I want to do this? I might just go through again. It just feels dirty. The other option is just a for I loop, right? Which is fine, except we have to handle the case where it's not in there. If it's not present, then we append it. So we would have to initialize I to something else and then offset it, and then it becomes a paint, right? The other option is just chuck a variable up here. I guess we could do that. So we could say a nullable int of parent connection list index. If we come through all of here, oh no, because then we don't have like in Go, it doesn't return an index and the val. So we still have to for I. And if we're going to do that, we might as well do this. Okay, so it's -1, which is not a valid index, right? Common way to signify invalid in this case. We chuck a little for int I is 0, I less than what were we? Parent tile connections. We have parent tile up here. Connections length I plus plus this connection is parent tile connections at I. Oh, but then yeah, we've already used call you parent connection now instead. We'll put an equals in there, you know, just for fun, so it works. We do that. We do that. Oop. That was not the right shortcut. That one is. Connection here. So if we come through here and we haven't errored, well, no, we actually need say if, and actually we could just do yeah, let's just do it down here because we have to compare them both again. Or we can do something to combine. But if they're both equal, then parent connection list index is equal to I. Okay. And I guess we could... How do I want to do this? I like the fact that these are descriptive for the two different cases. But let's just chuck this up here. And else if both of these. That'd be a little bit nicer. I don't think it really matters, but anyway. All right, so we'll do our update, and then here, what did I call you? Parent connection list index. If it's greater than -1, means we have parent, or have this connection in the parent list already. Then we do parentile connections at the list index is equal to this connection, else new connection connections add this connection. Okay. That should fix this test. And it does. Okay. So we also need to go and do this in all of our other tests. So this goes right after we select our target connection tile, just to kind of keep things samey-sames. Except... no, that's all fine. And then... starting tile data. So this needs to come down as well. You go after that. And then this comes down as well. And the difference is gonna be, this one is east. Let's see, am I overlooking anything? Parent offset is used this right here. The target. This guy should be passing. Okay, good. New connection is going to need him as well. And in this case, we did... we remove the east, so that can stay. Hang on. Slow my roll. This one first. And then this should be... I copied the west one, but that's fine. I'll change it. I'll remember. Right now. East. Okay. No. What happened here? We... This one, because... Okay, so we removed it. We removed you from your parent, right? Yeah, from the origin connections, we removed you. Okay. So, in this case... these are going to be off. Our if statement is... Ooh. This won't be here. These other guys are going to be in the wrong spot, though. We could just modify our this. Move the expected connection to the ends, because we will remove and recreate it. So we just need to do a loop, connection data in starting tile data connections. If the connection vector is east, except for this, I can't do this. Because I need... well, no, I can't, actually. I lied. Connections, remove con data, and then add con data. Is that going to let me get away with that? Or is it going to complain about... no, it will. Okay. And then we pass. And then this guy... we do want to make sure on a bad idea that we didn't modify the parent. Makes sense. And I believe we muck with the east. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We kind of need to do... kind of need to do this guy twice. Which sucks, but I want to make sure that nothing gets changed on either side. So we have that. We're going to need to do... I guess we could call you incorrect instead of borrowed. Like so. And then clone you out. Oh, wait, duh. We have to pull you out of here. You... It's still the east connection that we grab. Origin. All of the... well... just that. This is actually a coordinate. Okay. You can't be null. Then we have you. Which we pull out of the map. X, Y, as room data. Like so. Okay. And now you can just be simplified a little bit to the incorrect connection tile right there. It'll be nicer. The rest of it, not so much so. And then we need to pull y'all both out. Again. So we make sure. And then we have you again. Except for this is that. And that. Okay. And then we need to compare both of your connection data to make sure they have not been mangled. So we do that, and then we do this. And actually we can do away with all of that. Putting the double up there. And one of those. Okay, there we go. And then this. And then this. That. There. Okay. Ugh, what a mess. Okay, something has been mangled. Let's make sure. Starting tile data. Starting incorrect. Ah, right here. Eight. Did I not? Oh, duh. Need to use the same index like so. All right, now you should pass. Okay. Now I just need to go do that for everything else. The good news is most of it isn't terrible. Once you have the first one. This is north. Still have the offset, that's all good still. This one is south. I believe we messed with the north still. We did. So we need all of that for all of y'all. The bad ID one is the one that's very, very long. Okay, all of that. That's north. Grab the simple one again real quick. That one, we started in northeast. This one is southeast. This one is northwest. One more of you. You are southwest. Okay. And then the new connection. We did northeast again? Yes, we did. Northeast, just like so. Perfect. And then the bad ID, Mama Jamma. Like so. Get you up here. Okay. And then we did northeast for you as well, right? Yeah. Yeah. To make sure. Oop. I didn't change that. Okay. My own fault. Northeast, right? Yes. And that's fine because we worked with the other data. It's going to be this one that has the trouble. Vertical and north. All right. Meow. We'll grab this and put it in all of the places. Vertical. Vertical. And that all just works out because we thankfully used variables for things. We're going to do the bad IDs here in a second. We're just going to go through these guys first because they are less of a pain in my booty cheeks. You. I really just don't want to try to chase problems through here in the future. So, good test coverage over a complicated thing I find to be worthwhile. Feeling that, see, it's almost 11. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to finish this testing up and we're going to get, if they don't pass, then we're going to stop and we'll fix it tomorrow. If they do, then we'll commit the test and the map controller changes, and then we'll dig into the rest of everything tomorrow. But I reckon we got another 15-20 minutes of this, and I'm just going to power through it, because if I stop now, I'll have to, get back into the context, and I don't want to do that because it sucks. We need to do the bad ID stuff, selectors here for my vertical and diagonal. So parent offsets, parent offsets. Bad idea. Here you are. Like so. Okay. Yeah. We need to go grab the testy bits for the changed stuff. And we need to change our directions on this one for everybody. Here is north. Like so. I forgot to look at where we were. South. South. That's vertical. That's new connection. You have to do the other stuff for you, so we're gonna come back to you. Bad ID, different. We're gonna come back to you. Northeast. Like so. And southeast. Southeast. Northwest. Southwest. That should be the last of these. Okay. Now, we need to do the new connection. So we need to grab this guy. Put you up here. And then, oop, hang on. North. Almost forgot. Would have been a disaster. And then diagonal new connection. This guy, we did northeast, right? Yes. And then we need to grab our It's vertical. Our this for you. For new connections in the vertical. North. For a new connection in the horizontal. Or diagonal, rather. New connection. Here you are. This should be northeast. And last but not least, the bad ID check block here. Bad ID in the vertical. While I'm here, I can clean these up. And then our diagonal bad ID. Like so. Alright. These guys should all pass. Missed something. Oh, I forgot to... Wait. I forgot to update my coordinates. Duh. I went and changed the types and forgot those. How foolish of me. 3, 1. Okay, all of that is passing. Good. So, we need to go ahead and add lib. If I type all of the words, they will work better. Screens, map editor, map, the map controller, and then editor test map controller test controller test. Ah, dang it, I just, oh, what a brain fart. Ha 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 ha. Okay, roll that back. Add the test. Add the controller. Type the correct things. Make changes to the parent room tile when we change connections. Add test. Verify we did this correctly this time. Okay. Meow. Just for funsies, let's see if things are working now in our horizontals that are all wired up. We still need to go and make sure that we need all the changes we made, but we can tinker with that tomorrow. All right, so we have our west guy here from the east. We'll do a change here just for fun. Over here, west, it has appeared. It's amazing what happens if you do things correctly. Then we have bar, and then we go back here. Great success has been made. Okay, So, did Twitch just fire off 2 ads, or did I miss? Well, butts. All right, well. I should have been paying closer attention to it. I was trying to get done in time for skipping them, but oh well. I'm gonna leave these for a second. Well, no, nothing's using these, right? No. We did roll that change back. I don't know if I want to keep it, though. It might be nicer. This, I don't love. But without some fundamental changes to some stuff. I think that's got to stay for now. Can I roll this back? That needs to stay. Rerun that. So if I change you, okay. That's good. Okay, so those changes can stay out. I like this syntax much better. It's much nicer. You, I'm going to leave you for now. This. Do I want to do this? That stays. Yeah. Well, actually, hang on. Update tile. If we were... We don't actually need these. But we do need to fire that, though, because we're working off of the selected tile. And these are clones that we have in here. Unless we don't actually need to clone the collection, the connections. But then our reset won't be correct. Or would it? It's possible it might be still. We need to look at Well, I guess we could just temporarily... We could test our theory. Like so. And if I come in here and blah, 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 and I reset, then it's broken. Okay. That's why. Well, I guess to know for sure, we just look at our form here and what are we doing with it. When we hand over clone the room template. I don't actually do anything with oh, you know why? Because it's in tile data. Tile data. Room data form. Those yawns are contagious, right? It's late. It's late. What's up with you? I was gonna put this off till tomorrow, but then I kind of started looking at it really quick. Tile data. And we have our unsafe changes. No, you have to be in here. 9 p.m. for me, just still. Nice, nice. It's 11 here. We must be doing something with you. We must be building the form description, verbose, location, connections. Here we are. Okay. Get connection forms, which we get from the state. Okay, yeah. That's why that's like that. All right, so here in our state, we're gonna roll this right back out. Like it's kind of awkward, but oops, that was too many. I need to back this out first, and then that. It's kind of awkward to have it switching in here. It's a little bit confusing. Only update the tile if it's a room data. Both kinds of tile need connection updates. We're just gonna go with that. How long have I been coding? Today or in general? In general, like 5 years, 5 or 6 years, pretty seriously. But a lot longer than that, like here and there, dabbling. I'm pretty new to Dart though, and Flutter. I'm a back-end guy, really. Okay, so that's gonna stay there. That note is gonna stay there. And because of the way things just kinda have to work, I started dabbling 20 years ago, but I really just I just really got into it like 2 months ago. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What kind of things have you made? Or do you want to make, I guess? All right, that update room handles its connections. If it's a connection data, we handle it like that. That's just the way it's got to be. That being the case, yeah, I am okay with rolling back out the abstract changes, which are somewhere. Nothing worth mentioning. I'm trying to make some sort of game, some sort of coding interface thing. A game that's a coding interface, like a something like HackMud or something like that. Where is my base? There you are. No separate ideas. Okay. Gotcha. So this can get rolled out of there, which will then immediately break you because you're not overwriting correctly anymore. I've opened the wrong one. Oh, here you are. Duh. Okay, that's good. And then you. Nope. That one, thank you. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're done in there for a hot second. Should be done in there. Should be done in there for now. So we have those, that's fine. They can get changed. The game thing is so complicated. I'm giving it like 5 years to really make. The coding thing is just an idea to help me learn. Okay, gotcha. That's all fine. That's good. Okay. I think I'm good with these changes. We've really pared them back. Map controller, map editor, and widgets. Map pane, rather. And this is my to-do for my, yeah, okay. And let's summarize our thoughts here. There's a to-do. There's that. That's the only major change. The rest is fine. Only attempt to make tile changes to room tiles. Like so. All right. So tomorrow, instead of messing with that junk because we powered through the pane, we will get the other forms going because right now we can only do horizontal tiles. These other guys aren't yet wired up. We need to build forms for them, which is going to be very easy because we've already got the widgets. We've already got all the bits and pieces in there. We just need to build them, wire them up, and then we'll be on to we need to make deleting a thing. That'll be the next big task, but it won't be super bad. We just need to go through, take it out of the map. The map in the map for parents to children to parent IDs. Take it out of the parents and then take it out of the map tile, the connection tile. And then the room tiles, we need to do them as well. I think I'll do connections first, but anyway, that's where we'll be. But me, I'm going to go to bed. So thank you guys for coming and hang out. we had a great chat today. It's good to see you guys that are return viewers, and it's good to meet those of you who are new. If you like this kind of thing, I do it for, well, today 3 hours and change, but usually about 2 hours, 4 days a week, starting tonight and ending on Monday. So swing back around at around about 8 p.m. Central Time, and I should be here doing more of it, and I would love to see you. And if not, then you guys have yourselves a great weekend anyway, and I'll catch you